Happy day, students. Today I am going to deal with 11th Standard English, Unit 5, Prose Lesson 5, Convocation Address, written by Dr. Arinyar Annadurai. Book back exercises. Dear students, now turn to page 143 and we can do the vocabulary. Okay. Based on your understanding of paragraph 6 and 7, complete the mind map. Okay. So, democracy, you see, you will have to write all this. First one, appreciation of others' points of view. Okay. Second one, see, at the top you see adjustments of differences through discussions. Thirdly, you see exercise of individual responsibilities. Next, you see faith and confidence. Next, fruitful and effective. And finally, you see exercise of judgment. Next, you see B. Words belonging to different semantic fields are given for you. You have to see. Now read the following statements taken from Arinyar Anna's address. The role of universities today is not cloistered and confined as is the past. As in the past, the highlighted word universities is used in the field of education. You have to find the other words in the field of education from the speech of Anna. Okay. So infrastructure, resources, schools, philosophy, politics, career, graduation, institution, convocation, theory, scholars, poetry. Moving on to C. Look at the page number 144. Look at the following words and classify them according to their fields. Okay, they have given a lot of words and now first you see box, music. Music, what are the music, items? Carnatic, vocal, unplugged, orchestra, hip-hop, guitar. Next, agriculture. Fertile, cultivation, organic, harvest, livestock, uprooting. Then computer, keyboard, hacker, desktop, motherboard, internet, recycle, bin. Next one, commerce, dividend, industries, investments, trade, contacts. And medicine you see, clinical, orthopedic, operations, diagnostics, disease, cure. Moving on to D. Before that you must know what do you mean by this semantic field. Semantic field means there are words, okay, which have the same meaning related to the subject. Accordingly, you should match. Next, moving on to D. Words with different functions, you can see. Read the following sentence taken from the speech of Dr. Annadurai. It has to take into account the commonness but to trim and train, guide and lead him. Notice the use of the words trim, train, guide and lead. Some words can be used in different ways so as to bring out their various meanings. Do you want a trim? It is noun form. Trim is noun form. Next one, verb form. Do you trim your hair regularly? So we can use same word in different functions. Now, moving on to the exercise. Choose the appropriate words to complete the sentences. Okay, first one. We usually book tickets for movies in advance. So, here book is verb. B. Tirukural is my favorite book. This book is noun. Okay, moving on to second one. The frame of the photo is broken. This is noun. And B, you see, we frame questions on all topics. Usually verbs will come near the subject. So here frame is verb. Third one, my teachers guide me towards the path of success. So in A, guide is verb. Then B, the tourist guide explained the historical importance of the site. You see in third one, B, guide refers to noun form. Okay. Moving on to the fourth, we enacted. That means they acted. We acted a humorous play in our school function. So here This play is noun form. B. The child play in the ground every afternoon. This is verb form. Fifth one. My plan worked out very well. So in A, plan is noun. In B, we should plan our work well in advance. This plan is verb. Sixth one. The print is not clear. We cannot read the sentences. So here print refers to noun. And B, you see we print wedding cards here. Here it refers to verb. Now moving on to E, a belief, attitude, theory, etc. that is referred to by a word. You can see in page, okay. Ends with the suffix ISM. Here is a sentence from the speech of Dr. Annadurai. Okay. And you can see the meaning of the word optimism is what? Having positive attitude, hopeful feeling that all is going to turn out well. You have to match the ISM words with the appropriate meanings. Right? We shall move on to the exercise. So you see first one. A brutal, barbarous, savage act. And you know, first one, love of country and willingness to sacrifice means it is patriotism. And second one, a brutal, barbarous, savage act. That means it is barbarism. Okay. Next one you see, third one, the doctrine that your country's interests are superior. See, country is coming, no? So it is nationalism. Then fourth one, participating in sports as a hobby rather than for money. It is amateurism. See the difference. Okay, fifth one, believe that the best possible concept should be pursued. It is idealism. Concepts means ideas, remember. So, what is the ISM here? Idealism. Then, you see a serious examination and judgment of something. It is criticism. We are passing comments, is it? It is known as criticism. Next one, habitual failure to be present at work. It is absenteeism. Okay, failure to be present at work. Absent we say no, so absenteeism. Next one, a doctrine that advocates equal rights for women. Women means feminism. Next one you see, ninth one, concern for your own interest and welfare. Egocentrism. And last one you see, exceptional courage when facing danger. This is heroism. Now we can see the grammar part, that is reported speech. It is given in your book in page 148 to 151. Okay, so see here, report the following dialogue, page 150. Prabhu is saying, what are you doing here, Kiran? I haven't seen you for a few months. Kiran, I have just come back from my native from Virudunagar. Prabhu, did you enjoy your vacation? Kiran, yes, I love the place. It is a clean and busy town. Prabhu, where did you go and what did you see? Kiran, I went to Kutralam Falls in Tenkasi. Prabhu, share some pictures of your trip. Kiran, sure, see you later. Now you have to change this into reported speech. This dialogue should be converted into indirect speech. Okay. This is an direct speech. You have to change into indirect speech. So, just follow it and write it. Okay. Prabhu asked Kiran what he was doing there. He added that he had not seen him for a few months. Kiran replied that he had just come from his native town, Virudunagar. Prabhu asked whether he had enjoyed his vacation. Kiran said that he did and continued that he loved the place. It was a clean and busy town. Prabhu asked him where he had gone and what he had seen. Kiran replied that he had gone to Kutralam Falls in Tenkasi. Prabhu asked him to share some pictures of his trip. Kiran assured him about it and bade him goodbye. See you later means bidding goodbye to the person whom we are talking. Now you see the next one. Virat Kohli. You can see here Virat Kohli, the man of the match and man of the series in the one-day international series between India and South Africa, February 2018 had this to say during the post-match presentation. India won the match by 8 wickets and won the series by 5-1. A historic win against South Africa in their home soil. Okay, page 151 you can see, you have to rewrite Kohli's words in reported speech. Kohli said that it had been a day he had felt good. Last game he had been in the right kind of mindset. And that was a beautiful place to bat under light. That was the idea behind bowling first. He liked setting up for the short ball. It had been a blessing in disguise, and they had kept bowling short. He thought the pitch had got better to bat on under lights. It had been a roller coaster till then. People who were close to him deserved a lot of credit. Obviously, everyone wanted to lead from the front, and that was a wonderful feeling. He had got 8 or 9 years left in his career, and he wanted to make the most of every day. It was a blessing that he was healthy and getting to captain his country. They had shown great character, especially the two young spinners. The way the series had gone augured well for them. They were looking forward to the T20s. The tour was not over yet. After losing the test series, he had been talking to them. He was there talking to them after winning the ODI series. What do you mean by ODI? One Day International. Okay. Now next one you see, read the given passage and rewrite in direct speech. This is very easy for you. The cyclist warned the driver not to move his car till the police arrived. The driver pleaded that it was his fault. He was ready to pay 100 rupees to repair the damaged cycle. Okay. The cyclist refused the money and insisted that the police be called. So, how will it change into direct speech? The cyclist said, "Don't move your car till the police arrive." The driver said, "Please, it is not my fault. I am ready to pay 100 rupees to repair the damaged cycle." The cyclist said, "I will not accept the money. Let us call the police." Okay, dear students, hope you have understood the book back exercise. With this, I wind up the class. Thank you. We shall meet in the next class.